Namaste friends, and I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about Sun in the third house. The third house is also called the Badrustana. Badru means siblings. The effect of Sun in the third house means if you have Sun in the third house, then you're naturally a very ambitious person. You're very motivated. You have that charismatic personality. You have this purpose in life. If you are in a career, then you'll move up very fast. You move up very fast. Your connections will be very strong. You do not like to just sit and while away your time. You're not that kind of person. You wanna even if you sit for 5 minutes, you will be thinking something productive. You just don't waste your time. Okay, and it's also seen that you grow through your self efforts. You don't like the idea of people helping you. You just don't like it. You, as much as possible, you want to do things by yourself. If someone comes and offer or something, it's either you tell them off, because if Sun is weakly positioned, then you can be rude and audacious. You can either tell them off by their face, or you'll tell them that that you'll try first, and if you can't do it, then you'll ask for their help. But either way, you're not ready to accept any kind of favors, because that's what Sun does. It's a very egoistic and what do you call it? Highly his confidence, right? His self-confidence, his self-esteem is very strong. So naturally, he is not interested with getting help from others. It can be when it comes to communication, because the third house also governs communication. When it comes to communication, if the Sun, people who have Sun in the third house are very expressive in their nature, but that expressiveness has what we call the controlling effect, meaning that if you are talking to a person, say I have say you have Sun in the third house, and I'm talking to you, you will naturally overpower with your ideas and thoughts, right? And it's always a one-side thing. And if you notice that I am countering it with my own thoughts, then you're not going to like it. That sort of person you are when it comes to communication and express. You want to make sure that you overpower the other person, and so now you know why you do it in such a way, because the Sun's energy is showering on you, and naturally that's what you will be forever in any fields that you do. You will be naturally overpowering the other person. Okay, this is something that you need to strike a balance, because at times it can be useful, but then for the most this is not what do you call it? This is not a very pleasant way of approaching another person. It may not be seen as amiable, right? Okay, what else happens if Sun is in the third house? You will have these feelings of your friends, your close friends. Your close friends, your neighbors, some of your relations, and all that may not like you, because you're always being bossy about things. Okay, and so even to your friends, even to your close friends, you may show your bossiness, your sense of authority towards them. Your sense of authority will be so strong that the other person will just find you as a person who's always have this one-minded track. You just don't change your views and thoughts. So when it comes to friends, close relationships, and neighbors and all that, you may not have a good relationship. Okay, this is something that you can think about it, and hopefully you could strike the balance here, because if this continues, then it's going to be bad for you naturally. What else? On the third house is also the house of courage. So if you have Sun in the third house, you will be naturally a very bold person. Okay, it's like if there's something that needs to be done, you will go right to the end. You will not just go and come back. You will make sure that you get it done. So your sense of courage, your inner courage, I would say, is very strong. You are not afraid of problems. You're not afraid of facing people. You're not afraid of facing your adversities. You're not even afraid of your enemies. Your enemies will run if they look at you. That sort of personality you will have. Okay. What else? The sun in the third house. You will be naturally inclined in sports. Now, even in sports, you will have that challenging personality. You want to be the best of the best. Even if it's just for fun, you will be very serious. You'll be very engrossed with it. Again, there will be problems when it comes to friends and all that, because your friends will find you pretty boring, right? Even for a game of fun, you will take it very seriously, and you will impose your thoughts and your ideas and all that on your friend, which can be at times annoying as well. You will do best in when it comes to journalism, professional sports. Even as a musician, you will do very good. That's a little bit about what I think Sun would do in your third house. I hope it's beneficial, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.